Good day, everyone. Good day, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. Okay, so today basically we will share with you how you can trade, okay, like a pro in the US market. Okay, before I start, okay, just let me know in the chat. Okay, just let me know in the chat. Okay, how many of you here? Okay, how many of you here you actually are new to this US trading? How many of you here you have experience? Let me know the number of years that you have in trading US market. Okay, so let me know. If you no experience, you put zero. If you have experience, okay, let me know how many years. All right, okay, very good. Okay, very good. I see, some of a lot of you type zero, okay, and some of you type one. Okay, so today, right, I'm very excited to share with you how we actually, do it systematically so that you can actually copy. Okay, you can actually copy the way that we do to make your trading easier and more profitable. Okay, so basically, I'm sharing with you my routine. Okay, what's the word? Routine. Okay, routine. So we do the routine every week. What do we do? And every day, what do we do? How do we do it? Okay, I try to share as much as possible with you. Okay, today, so that you can actually catch the AI trend in the US stock market. And I know a lot of you, you are very you are just like me, right? You are very excited with AI. You're very excited with this, AI technology. But the question is, how do we make the money from the AI trend in the stock market? Okay, how you can actually earn US dollar trading the stock market. Okay, because a lot of people they will say, my currency is not doing very well. My money is getting smaller and smaller because of inflation. But we realize that one thing, if you can make US dollar while you are in Malaysia, while you are in Singapore, while you are in Indonesia, or even if you are in Philippines, if you can make US dollar at where you are, does it make a difference? The answer is yes, right? Okay. So just like a lot of business, okay, they want to make US dollar. Okay, because it is like a like it's like you make more money. Okay, US dollar to Sing dollar, it's 1.3, 1.4, right? US dollar to Malaysian ringgit is about 4 point something, right? 4.2 or something, right? Okay, so over here, okay, you also can do one more thing here after this session. Okay, I will share with you how you can catch a life-changing trend. Okay, a lot of people they don't understand about what is a life-changing trend. Okay, so it is some kind of a stock that actually move up a lot, and from there you make a lot of money, and with this money you can have your new house, you can have your new car, you can have your new girlfriend or what, up to you, right? So life-changing trend, right, is basically the trend that goes like really, really big this year or next year. Okay, so if you can actually do that, okay, in the US market, you realize that, you know, oh my God, you should have done it earlier. Because why? Because the earlier you do it, the earlier you catch the big trend, the earlier you can retire or you can do what you love. All right. So, and another thing is this thing called passive income. Passive income. So, passive income means what? Means you never do a lot. You probably just monitor the stock and you make money. Okay, that is the thing I think everybody want, right? Okay, so let me know. Okay, what in the chat? What is the thing that most interests you? Okay, which one is the most interest you? Okay, are you coming here to catch the AI trend? Are you coming here to get passive income? Are you coming here to get a life-changing trend, or you want to your goal, right, is to make US dollar, right? You don't want to make ringgit. Make ringgit is so hard. 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day to make ringgit. Okay, so what if you spend 1 hour, you can make US dollar? and you can multiply by four. You probably make more than you make working 8, 9 hours a day, right? So that's the goal, right? That's the goal. Okay. All right. Okay. Very good. Okay. Yeah. Somebody say, earn money while asleep. Okay. Somebody say life changing trend, and somebody say consistent profit in the U.S. market. Okay, so so by the end of this session, okay, we'll share with you how the buy sell engine, how do we buy, how do we sell, okay, and if you have a buy sell engine, right, it's like you design a money printer, you design a money printer, okay. So when you have design, you have actually planned how you're going to buy, how you're going to sell, how you're going to make money, okay. What you need to do is just let this thing run, okay. It's not like auto, but how you can actually start trading, buy sell trading. And the most important thing about this thing, right, is you need this thing called routine, just like McDonald, right? McDonald, right, is famous in the world. It's not because their burger is the tastiest burger ever. It's not. It's what? It's because of their operating procedure. They can make anybody without experience be a chef or a burger maker in McDonald's. So the routine, right? The routine is the one that, what we want to have. Everybody want to have routine. Okay, routine. What do you do? What time do you do it? How do you do it? Okay. And the result. Okay, how you can catch the big trend doing this routine, how you can make US dollar doing this routine, how you can actually catch the life-changing trend doing this routine. And that is what we call like a professional trader. Okay, retail investors, which is most people, what they usually do, right, is they base on their feeling, they base on what they like to do. Okay, they don't like have a strategy or have a routine, or they do something at a certain time. Okay, so today what I'm going to share with you is what we do, okay, what we do, how we do it, what we do, and then from there you can see if you want to follow how we do it. All right, okay, and you can copy our long-term low risk portfolio to fast track your retirement. Okay, so if you are a beginner, you don't know what to do. Okay, I share with you a little bit on our this kind of a long-term low risk portfolio, and there will be like these 10 stocks, and these are the 10 stocks that we usually we keep it the same. We don't really change these stocks because they are of certain quality. They're the quality stocks. All right. So before I start, is it okay that I just share a little bit of myself? Just a quick one before I start. Okay, if it's okay, let me know. Type yes. Okay, type yes in the chat. Okay, so I quickly go through. Some of you you don't know me, you never see me before. Okay, just let me quickly share a little bit of myself. Okay, so although I've since been doing very well right now, and everybody is like, wow, Andy, you must be, doing very well and all that. But the thing is, a lot of people they didn't know is I came from a very ordinary family. Okay, I came from a probably you can call it a pretty poor family, a pretty poor family. And when I started my career, okay, I started as a technician because to me, right, okay, that is the only job that I can get. Okay, so my pay was $920. So for $920, I have to work 190 hours. So I realized my per hour of working hard work, okay, per hour is $4.80. Okay, so I have to work 190 hours to earn this $920. So what does it mean, right? It means that today, right, most people, right, why they cannot become like really, really rich in terms of financially free, spend the money they like to do whatever they want, okay, is because money is exchange of time. So if your strategy of wealth, right, is through is to get money through exchange of time, right, you can never, never get rich. Okay, because why? Because time is the limited resource. Okay, so write down somewhere, time is a limited resource, and time is the most expensive limiting resource because you always lose time. You cannot kind of like have more time. Okay, nobody can have like more than 24 hours. Okay, so when we design a buy sell engine, okay, we design one in the morning and one at night. Because if you don't try to make money while you sleep, right, then you only work 8 hours or 10 hours. You only work when you're awake. But if you can design a strategy while you sleep, also you can make money. Okay. That will be like kind of like 16 hours. There'll be an opportunity for you to make money. Understand what I mean? So overall, when I started, I only know, oh, I go to work, I make money. I didn't go to work, I never make money. That's how it started. Okay, so as a technician, I work in this oil and gas industry. So instead of just spending time, right, this place, right, okay, the refinery, it's also very risky. Okay, very risky. So I have to go through, this like fire fighting, and I don't really like this. I don't really like it because it's like wow dangerous. Why my life is so cheap that I have to do this job. Okay, so if I die, how? If I die, how much am I worth? How much am I worth? Right. So during that period, I really like wondering why I need to study so many years to get to this job. Okay, so the thing is, I realized right the traditional education is actually not designed for you to live a financially free life. The traditional education is just to help you to get a job and work for other people. Okay, so that's why, if you ask me, if you wonder, hey Andy, why are you teaching, about stock trading and all this? Okay, the one thing that I realize is, we all have the ability, right, to change the life we have and the life of the people around us, like people around us. So for my family, right, okay, they are all, they don't understand like how to make money from stock market. So if I don't learn, right, then the nobody will learn. Understand? So actually, I'm very proud of every one of you, okay, that attend this webinar. Okay, you all are the one that sacrifice. Okay, because why? Because if you never learn, other people in your family, maybe they also won't learn. But at least you try to find out whether this guy in front of you talking, is he legit or not? If yes, you get your family in. Okay, so you are taking the first bet. Okay, how many of you are like that? How many of you are like that? Okay, it's like, okay, nobody in my family learn about stock market. I try lah. If I lose money, at least I tried before. But if I make money, I can share with more people and benefit the rest. If I learn something, I can share with the people around us. Okay, so that's how I thought during that period when I tried to learn about stock trading and all that. Okay, so basically after that, I realized, okay, in 2009, that was the time that I made the most money. Okay, so lesson number one is this. Okay, if you want to make a lot of money, right? Okay, usually it started from crisis. Okay, it started from crisis. So if you are wondering if there is another crisis coming, if there's another crisis coming, I can guarantee you definitely there will be a crisis coming. But that crisis will be the money making opportunity for us. Okay, so we have gone through a few crises. Okay, 2018, okay, 2008, of course, 2008, 2009, that's what I experienced, market crash. Okay, 2014, 2015, the oil price drop, another crisis. 2018 also, market crash. 2020 market crash also. 2022 also market crash. You understand what I mean? So every few years, the market will crash. But just take note of this. Every time market crash, there is an opportunity for you to double your asset. double your asset. Okay. So if you have money, you have cash, you go in at the bottom, usually from the bottom, a lot of shares, they tend to go up 100, 200%. Okay. Understand? So recently, okay, if you look at 2025, April, okay, 2025 April, a lot of stocks, right? Okay, actually from the bottom go up 100 to 200%. Okay, so after I actually make money from stock market, right, I decided I want to join this career. So unlike many YouTuber, TikTok, or people you see online, actually I'm a financial professional. Okay, I actually work as a broker, since 2010. Okay, since 2010, I'm actually a stockbroker. Okay, and I'm the award-winning stockbroker in Singapore. Okay, and the reason why I actually get all this award and get interviewed on TV, okay, and radio station, Channels News Asia, okay, it's actually because I actually develop a strategy, and this strategy actually help a lot of people make money in the stock market. Okay, so besides that, I also share with a lot of people, our strategy, and actually have changed a lot of life out there. Okay, so by the end of the session, okay, you will learn a few things. Number one, how to grow small capital into big result. Number two, additional income stream, and okay, proven method to catch the big winner. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so how to grow small capital into big result? How to grow small capital into big result? Okay, let me know how much you are interested. Okay, let me know if you're interested in this. Type yes, and then yes. How to grow small capital into big result or big capital? Okay, so this is the thing that a lot of people they wonder, right? Hey, my capital very limited. My capital very limited, right? Okay, so the thing is, okay, you got to have like this what we call uh like a strategy. Okay, strategy. So long term, mid term, short term. Okay, long term, mid term, short term. It's not that everybody, right, should trade short term. It's not that everybody should only trade mid term. Okay, sometimes we have a misconception that we only trade one time frame. Okay, not necessary you need to just trade one time frame. You can have multiple strategy. So some people they say, I'm a long-term investor. Andy, your strategy looks good, but I'm a long-term investor. I say, if you want to grow your capital like into big result, what if right now it is not the blue chip mega cap is moving? What if right now the small cap is moving? You don't want to make this money? I say, cannot be what? You also want to make. Okay, so for us, right? Okay, for us, right? We we have long-term stocks. Okay, some stocks like example Nvidia, we have been holding it, a few years ago until now. If you ask me how's Nvidia, I say it's good. Okay, if you ask me Meta, okay, is how is it? I say my long-term portfolio, my long-term stocks is okay because we bought it few years ago and we actually make good money over the past at least what we call like the 2 3 years at least. So midterm, okay, midterm is usually between about 1 to 2 months, okay, 1 to 2 months, and short term is usually between about 1 to 2 weeks. So 1 to 2 weeks for short term, midterm is what we call 1 to 2 months, and this long term is as long as you can. Okay, so up to a few years. Okay, by the way, okay, this is my Instagram. Okay, if you want to follow me on Instagram, if you want to see what are some of the stocks that we make money, usually we share it on Instagram. Okay, so follow me on Instagram, this Win Big Trend. Okay, for more this market insights or what stocks we make money or when do we make money. All right, so you can, if you are on Instagram, you can follow this. Okay, so okay, additional income source, right? Okay, there's a three myth in the US stock market. Like three myth. Number one myth, right, is the US stock, right, is dangerous, cannot make money. Okay, so if I invest in both Malaysia stock and US stocks, Will it take up a lot of time? Will, if you invest in both Malaysia and Singapore and US, will it take up more time? Okay, let me share with you my personal experience. Okay, so example, if I see Malaysia market is not doing very well, and then US market is doing very well, so what do? During the Malaysia hours, I don't spend so much time on the Malaysia stock. Okay. So if I see US market is not doing very well or very sideways, then I will not stay up late. I will not trade so much on this US stock. Okay. So the answer here is unless the market is giving you a lot of money, then you spend more time. If the market is not giving you the result, okay, sometimes you don't spend so much time because why? Because you spend extra time, also you cannot change the market trend. Correct or not? Make sense or not? It makes sense or not? So a lot of our strategy, right, is usually position trade strategy. Position trade strategy means today when I buy the stock, my intention is to hold on to the stock for 1 month or even 2 months. If the stock is all the way uptrend, I wish I don't need to touch this stock. Okay, do you get it? Do you get what I'm sharing here? When I buy the stock, okay, when I buy the stock, I have an intention. My intention is I hope I can buy this stock and hold it as long as possible. It is going up and make me money. If I can hold for 6 months, that's even better. After I buy, I got nothing much to do other than just open up my handphone app and see whether this stock still okay or not. Okay, so the strategy is buy and then review. Review means what? Review means whether this stock is good or not good. Okay, so I give you one example. What is called good stock? Good stock is the stock that after you buy, the share price go up and you make money. Okay, although this statement sounds very simple, but a lot of people they don't get it. Okay, it's a very simple statement, but very powerful. After you buy, not before you buy. A lot of people they look at the stock, wow, before I buy, wow, very good. Wow, after I buy, no good. Okay, have you had this kind of experience? Before you buy, everything looks good. After you buy, the share price go down. So the share is good or not good? Not good. Because after you buy, you lose money. So the really good one are the stocks that after you buy, you make money. So what do you do? What do we do? We review the portfolio. Okay, let's look at it. Okay, it's not good. Shall we reduce the share quantity or continue to hold or buy more? Okay, so we review whether we should buy more, reduce, or don't do anything. Okay, so that's the idea. Okay, so market, right? Okay, always go in trend. Okay, market always go in trend. It's either both the market, like let's say Malaysia market is very strong, or Malaysia market is not doing so well, US is doing well, or Malaysia market is doing very well and US is not doing so well. Okay, so the money, right, will flow somewhere always. But some trend, right, they don't exist in Malaysia. Okay, they just simply don't exist in Malaysia. Example what? Example this 2022, right? During this period, Tesla went up, from 19, $20 to $400. Okay. So although it sounds crazy, okay, it sounds crazy. Wow, $20 to $400. That's like how much, right? Like that's like almost 2,000%. Okay, 2,000%. So the thing is this, okay, when the EV, right, I noticed during that period, the EV trend happened in US, but in Malaysia, right, there are no EV. The EV is all in Tesla. The EV trend is in Tesla. Okay. So if you don't know how to trade US stock, you miss this opportunity. You miss this opportunity. Understand? If you know how to trade US or if you have experience, maybe during this period you are able to catch this Tesla stock and you're able to make a lot of money from this Tesla. Okay. And I notice a lot of people they do this. Huh? They make money from Tesla and then they buy the Tesla car. And then they say, what? They say, oh, the stock give me free car. Okay, understand what I mean? The stock give me a free car. Okay. So the thing that we want to share with a lot of people, right, is actually you can live your life better. You can live your life better because you just need one more additional skill. And this is a learnable, trainable skill, which is to identify the trend in the market and participate in the biggest trend in the market. So if you can get this, then okay, you actually can get free car, you can get free house, free iPhone. That's what I mean. Okay. That's how why we actually like to trade US stock. Okay. So how to make small capital big? Okay, there's two things. Two things. Let's write down, huh? Number one, right, is you need to catch the big trend. So what is a big trend? Big trend are the one that in percentage, right, go up 200, 300, 400, 500% in 1 year. 500% in 1 year. Okay? How many of you, right? You find that, wow, 500% in 1 year doesn't sound very real, right? Doesn't sound very real, right? Okay. Initially, I also thought so. I also thought so. Okay. I also, just like you, I also suspicious like, how can it be 500%? Must be very risky. Must be a scam. Must be, you know, dangerous. Okay. Must be dangerous, right? Okay. So I realized one thing is not true. Okay, it's not true. The EV trend is real. The EV trend, when everybody start to buy Tesla, when Tesla is going up, Tesla is making money, everybody want to make money from Tesla. The trend, right, that go up 400, 500% is what really happened. What really happened. Okay, Nvidia go up few 100%. That is real. That's real. And all these, right, they are not lousy company. They are good company. They are mega cap. They are trillion-dollar company. So can you imagine if you never buy the trillion-dollar company in the US, you buy the company in Malaysia that market capitalization only 1 million. 1 million. Most of the stock in Singapore, in Malaysia, okay, that can really move on. They are stocks that the market capitalization is just 1 million US dollar. But in US company, this all these big company, they are trillion-dollar company. Okay. Can you understand? Can you imagine this? Okay. So if trillion-dollar company you don't trust, you trust the small company, okay, in Malaysia, and then you put your money in the small company, and then you lose money, isn't that like silly? Right? Isn't that silly, right? You understand what I mean? So some trend they just don't exist in Malaysia. They don't exist in Singapore because it is impossible to produce a EV in Malaysia, Singapore, right? And second thing, okay, so first you catch the big trend. Big trend means few 100% trend. Second is you learn about something called leverage. Okay, leverage. So over here, this is TSLL. TSLL is basically a leverage ETF on Tesla. Okay. So if you notice, if the cost is $12, $12 in US stock, $12 is very cheap. You understand what I mean? $12 is not expensive. It's like very small capital. Okay. And With this $12 to 21, there is a big movement and the profit is 70%, 80%. Understand? So for you to use small money to make big money, you need a big trend in the market, and you also need to learn about leverage. Okay, learn about leverage, and from there, it is possible. It is possible for small capital to grow big. Okay, so the key idea is every year you just need one big trend. Okay, every year you just need what? One big trend. Okay, so everybody type in the chat, one big trend, right? One big trend. So the thing about a lot of people, right, they don't understand about this one big trend is, example, if you notice that you have bought the share, like example Maybank, okay, this Maybank stock, right, 1 year the movement is 10%. And the thing is, not necessarily you will make 10%. You make 10% only if you buy at the lowest. Only if you buy at the lowest. So what are the chances that you happen to buy at the lowest? Okay. So if the stock, right, only move 10% from low to high, only 10%, what are the chances that you buy at the lowest and then sell at the highest? Yes, it? The chance is very low. So which means you need to minus 25%, minus 25%. Okay, that means if you move up only 10% from low to high, actually, the chances of you make 10% is impossible. More likely, if you can make 5%, half of the movement, half of the movement. Understand what I mean? Okay. And is this because you don't know candlestick? Is it because you don't know moving average, RSI? You don't know how to see the market. You don't know how to look at the economy. You don't know how to read the interest rate news. It's not because what you don't know. It's actually because even you know everything in the world, right, this stock also just moved 10%. So the maximum you make is within that 10%. Okay? So even you know AI and everything, you know you are the smartest person in the world, you cannot make more than 10% because the stock only moved 10%. Okay? So if you look at this, right? If you look at this, like the stock on the right, this stock is called CLS. Okay, CLS. This is one of the stock that we make pretty good money. And the funniest thing is, I still don't know what they do. Okay, okay. So in life, okay, how can you not very smart and make a lot of money? Okay, how can you have this advantage other than being lucky? Okay, other than being lucky. Okay, so the idea is you got to look out for the big trend. And this CLS is actually riding on the trend of AI. Okay, AI. And that's how we actually make money on this trend. And do you need 400 over percent? Okay. How about half of it? 200, 12% is okay. How about one quarter of 400%? 100%. If you can catch 100% gain from this stock, is it okay? Not bad. How about 80%, 50%? So the idea is this. If you have a big trend, you got choice where to take profit. If you only have small trend, you got no choice. Okay, you got no choice. So a lot of people they get stuck with the Maybank, the stock that doesn't move, the stock that is going down, long-term downtrend. Okay, to get yourself out, right, there's only one way. You take this money, take this stock, you change to something better. So in US, the good news is there are more this kind of a big winner. There are more like 50, 100, 200, 300 stock that go out like this. Okay. So to decide whether you should trade US or Malaysia or Singapore, how do we decide? Okay, we try. You take a few $1,000s, you try. Okay, and after that, you will learn that actually stocks like this. In Malaysia, people look at Astro. In US, people look at Netflix. They are the similar things, right? TV program, entertainment. But if you realize, this Astro over the years go down consistently, and the Netflix go up consistently. Okay, go up consistently. So the thing is, if a lot of people they trade the Malaysia market, they lose money. Okay, and some people they just try US market and then they make money. Okay, so if you look at this scenario, you say, hey, why do you want to keep losing money and don't change anything? Okay, so over here, this is Nvidia. Okay, Nvidia, okay, up 1,000 over percent. Okay, 2023 to 2025. And this Unisem, 2023 to 2025, up only 30%. Okay. So just doing by one change, trading the US stock, you can actually have a huge difference. And this huge difference, right, it could be life changing. Okay, life changing, 1,000%. Okay. Even you buy $10,000. Okay. It's gonna be like what? 100 over 1,000. Okay. So if you suddenly or after 1, 2 years you got extra 100, 200,000 because you invest 10,000, what will you do with the money? And what will you do with money? Will you give yourself a treat, buy something for yourself, upgrade your life, right? It's easier to upgrade your life. Okay, you no longer need to fight in the family because of money, because you got extra 100K. Understand? Okay, so what about if you buy 50K? What about if you buy 100K and they go up 1,000%? Okay, can you imagine that? Right. So the thing that I want to share here, right, emphasize, right, is instead of spending time scrolling on TikTok at night, scrolling on Facebook at night, trying to find out what happened in the world, why not spend 1 hour or 30 minutes to trade this US market? I say, why not? Okay, you're going to spend the time scrolling the TikTok, see people dancing, see people, uh, getting angry, like, why not? Okay, why not? We just, spend the time to find that one big trend. So how much time you need? I would say, 30 minutes, 1 hour a day. Okay, 30 minutes, 1 hour a day. Because what you're going to design, right? The strategy, right, is you design something that at night you make more money than in the morning. It's going to design. Even though it's going to take you 1 year, 2 years, 3 years to design the strategy or to find out this thing, even if it take you 3 years, okay, how many of you will spend that 3 years of 30 minutes a day to fulfill this goal? While you sleep, you make more money than you wake up. Okay, you sleep, okay, you make more money than you wake up. So your part-time income is more than your full-time job. Okay, so that's what we do. Okay, that's what we do. Sometimes, okay, we realize, oh yeah, I better sleep more. The sleeping is more profitable than the waking up. Okay, understand? Okay, so like example, this is NVDL, right? NVIDIA Leverage ETF. So this one, right, up 290% within 6 months. So if you want to catch something on this 294, like you want to catch 50% profit, you want to catch 80% profit, it's easier. Okay, so the logic here is this. Okay, you do not need to be a genius to identify a big trend. The big trend is obvious. It's always uptrend, this big trend. It's easier for you to make money on the big trend, uptrend. Okay, and later we talk about the risk management. Okay, and it's not safer when you buy the downtrend. Okay, so this is Singapore stock, AEM SGD. Okay, so you can see that AEM went down 78%. Okay, from 2022 to 2025. You look at this Broadcom, up 750%. Okay, and that explains one thing is you notice the billionaire, Okay, all the famous billionaire, the world richest men, they are always in the US. Always, it show them in the US and all that. Why? Because their share price actually go up faster and go up more. Okay, so proven method, right, to catch the big winner. Right, so this is Franzen, all right, Franzen. So basically, he started his journey. He started his journey, okay, with his Malaysia ringgit 500K to 1 million. Okay, 500K to 1 million. So he started this journey at 1 year and 3 months through storms, corrections, sleepless night, and endless discipline. Right, managed to 2x my account. Right, officially crossed seven figure. And this is just 1 year and 3 months. Can you imagine, right, that when you found out a strategy or that you can, or your ability to do something, and just within just this 1 year, 3 months, right, he able to, realize that, wow, actually there is a lot more to make, for the rest of his life. Okay. So you no longer need to worry about money. You no longer need to like save up in a fixed deposit. You free up all your money, you free up your time. Okay. You no longer worry about the small stuff. Right? You don't fight, don't fight with the, oh, this is my car, this is your car, and all that. The kind of things. Right? Everybody, oh, if I make one more, if I catch one more big trend, I buy one more car. Okay. So you have a goal in life. Okay, you can do better in life. You can actually, like kind of have a better life, in other words. So how do we actually make more money? How do we actually make more money? Okay, so first, okay, this Nvidia is the obvious big trend over the past 2 3 years. Tesla, big trend over the past 2 3 years. So these are our long term, okay, long term trade, long term stocks, long term stocks. But for the short term, we sometimes we short and mid term, we will buy on the leverage ETF. So usually is when the price drop at the bottom signal, or you have a short term pullback with this blue arrow. So pullback, blue arrow, pullback, blue arrow. So usually at certain point, okay, we call it the entry point, the pivot point, right? The pivot point, we will buy with leverage. But for long-term holding, usually we just hold on, like example, mid-term, long-term, usually we start at the bottom signal, we start at the this first blue arrow, we will hold for mid-term, long-term. But for short-term, okay, we buy with the leverage ETF, we make money and then we sell into strength. And sell into strength. So basically, these are what we actually talk about it. Every week, every month, we talk about it. Okay, so earn US dollars, spend ringgit. This is the best thing ever. This is the best thing ever. If you wonder, right, a lot of people right now, they realize that going overseas is very expensive. Okay, so you cannot change the world. You cannot change the world. Everything outside is going to be more expensive because Malaysia, right, is the life in Malaysia is really, really good, very affordable. Okay, but you cannot change the outside world. Okay, so what can you do? What can you change? You must earn USD. So to earn USD, right, a lot of people they say, "Aya, at night I cannot sleep. After I buy the share, later I need to monitor and all that." Actually, no need lah. I can tell you, okay, I can tell you, that is how you can manage. There's a way to manage it. Number one is this thing called stop loss. Stop loss. Okay. So you need to learn about how you can set stop loss. Okay. Stop loss means right, there's an order that after you key in, right, you can just leave it. That means if it drop to a certain price, you will auto sell away the shares. Okay, so you got to learn how to set stop loss. Okay, by the way, if you don't know how, okay, you can type PME broker, PME broker. Okay, so we have a broker that actually share with you how you can set the stop loss. Okay, you type PME broker if you don't know how to set stop loss. Okay, okay, there's a video lah. Even if I teach you now, also you might not be able to pick it up everything. Okay, so there's a video. After you watch it, if you don't understand, watch it again. Okay, so PM me broker. Okay, so two things. One is this thing called stop loss. Okay, so if you are somebody who want to sleep well at night, okay, because tomorrow you still got to work, okay, then of course you must watch out for your stop loss. And second is this thing called long-term strategy. Okay, so for long-term strategy, right, stop loss is not that important. It's not important. So imagine you are buying something for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. You only buy when the market crash. Understand? So in this Warren Buffett, it means the margin of safety. The more it drop or the market crash, the worse, right? You actually get in at the lower price. So you want to get the good company at the lower price. So usually, okay, we try to, have a list of stock, okay, our top 10 stocks. Later by the end of the session, I'll share with you the top 10 stocks, okay? And when to place the trade, okay, when to place, a lot of people, they also don't know this, okay? So for trading hours, right, okay, for US market, right, it's 9:30 to 4 or 10:30 to 5. That's the daylight saving, okay? So 10:30 p.m. Singapore time, Malaysia time, 5 a.m., okay? 5 a.m. That's where it ends. Okay, so that is the trading hour. So usually we sleep around 12 o'clock. Okay, so if you really, really sleep at 9, then of course it's very difficult for you to trade. But there is one thing here, it's called pre-market. Pre-market. That means you still can trade pre-market, you still can trade after hour. After hour means after the market close, actually you also can trade, still can buy and sell. You understand? So a lot of people they don't know about this. Okay, they thought that you must 9:30 then can place order. Actually, for okay, the pre-market right start at about 5 p.m. So 5 p.m. actually you can already place order to buy and sell. But of course, during the pre-market, not all the stocks, right, will have volume. Okay, so usually if you want to trade pre-market, just take note, you trade those that is, we call it a more liquid, okay, mega cap. You trade those mega cap is okay, and you try to queue lower. You don't straight away buy. You try to queue lower price to let the price reach you, then you buy. Understand? Okay, so over here, pre-market 5 to 10, okay, or 4 to 9:30. So that is the thing that you can actually plan for your trade. Plan for your trade. Okay, so a lot of people will answer, hey, I don't know what stock to buy. Okay, so our routine every day when the market uh you know open. Okay, when the market, no market open, during the market, like Monday to Friday, right? Okay, the market that is trading. We usually before the market open, right? We will do our homework. I'll do our homework. Okay, we will use our screener. We will screen out the potential stock to trade. Okay, so the routine is usually in Malaysia timing about 8:30 onwards. Okay, that's where we start to do the homework. And a lot of people they're wondering, why don't do earlier? Why don't do 4 o'clock? Why don't do 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Have you ever wondered that? Okay, because a lot of the, we call it the announcement, okay, in US, a lot of announcement come out at about 8:30 to 9:30 US hour, which is 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Malaysia Singapore hour. Okay, so what are the kind of announcement? Example, the job announcement, okay, whether the non-farm payroll is up or down. Okay, so usually it's 8:30 or 9:30, okay, depend on daylight saving. Okay, so the best time for us to do the homework is actually about 8:30 onwards. 8:30 onwards, understand? Because announcement is up. Okay, and usually when we do earlier, if let's say we do in the afternoon, right, if you do in the afternoon, you also must see during the 8:30, 9:30, does all these stocks still up or not? Okay, so basically, The market, right? When you see the stock that we post, right? Let's say this stock, right? Okay, these are our members Telegram, lah. Okay, when we post the stock, right? When we say, hey, this stock can watch, right? Pre-market, you can actually see whether it is up or not. The one that is up in the pre-market usually are the one that is positive, lah. That means today, most likely this is the follow through. Understand? So when I buy, usually I will buy those stock that is in the green. I won't buy those stock that is in the red. Okay, I will buy those stock that is positive. Okay, positive. Positive means the stock actually go up during the pre-market. Okay, so usually that's the plan. Understand? Okay, so and a lot of people will ask like, oh yeah, your trade like that must be very busy because for me, I also trade Hong Kong stock. Okay, I trade Malaysia, Hong Kong, and US. But the thing is, when I do this thing, right, okay, we all can design our strategy. Everybody, you design your own timing. You design the stock that you want to hold so that you can sleep well at night. Okay. And in fact, right, I always go traveling. Okay, I always go traveling. Okay, there's a few reasons why. A lot of people they don't understand. Okay. Number one is when you go traveling, right, you got less time on your phone, your TV, your MacBook, your laptop, and you can really see that your stock whether doing well or not. If they're not doing well, right, and you know that you got no time to monitor this stock, what I will do is I will sell away the stock. Okay, because I know that hey, I don't have time, and I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be sleeping during this hour. Then what do I do? Those stock that don't allow me to have a peace of mind, don't allow me to sleep, I will remove the stock from my portfolio. So by traveling, right, one is I test my strategy or I test my portfolio whether can be passive or not. Understand? So if you want to have a passive income, that's how you do it. You buy the stock first, and then you see which one is the one that don't make money, make you worried, don't make you like take a lot of attention. That's the one that you need to sell. The one that make money for you, the one that don't go down, okay, the one that go up steadily, that's the one to keep because you don't need to monitor every hour. Okay, understand? And second thing, when we go traveling and all this, usually, right, we make money in the stock market, then we take profit. So when we take profit, right, we spend the money. We try to spend the money. Okay. Of course, you don't spend a lot, you spend a bit. Part of your profit, you take and buy something. You take the profit and go travel, go eat some fine dining, all this. You know why? Because after we take profit, sometimes the market drop. Okay. Then it means the thing that you buy is free. Okay. The thing that you buy is free. Example, this LV jacket. Now, this LV jacket is about 5,000, I think. Okay. Sing dollar. Okay. So when you sell, okay, when market go up, we take profit. I take profit, and then I sell the shares. Okay, this is for my jacket. Okay, this is for my jacket. I take some money and then okay, let's kind of like spend the money. Okay, so when the market drop, right, the jacket is free. You understand what I mean? Okay, so that is the idea. Right, that's the idea. Okay, so yes, okay, and the next thing is this. Okay, do you need a lot of capital? Okay, like what I say, everybody starts small. Okay, for me, I start with $1,000. Okay, so the question here is, if when I start, right, somebody tell me you need 10,000, you need 20,000, you need 30,000, and if that statement, make me never start this journey, right, today I will not be financially free. Today I will not be trading already. I like, still, because I not enough money, because I not enough money, because I not enough money. Okay, you will never have enough money, I tell you. Okay, so it's better that you start small. Okay, because the US market is very different. US market, right, is like a money printing machine. Okay, money printing machine. Okay, so money printing machine, okay, is like almost every year, the stock market go up. And the stock market, right, go up like 37% 1995, 22% 1996, 33% 1997, 28% 1998. S&P 500. What is S&P 500? S&P 500 is the 500 company, the top 500 company in US. So if you notice, all these years, the share price go up, the market go up, the index go up. Okay. If you never participate, if you never trade, if you never trade, you are losing out big time. Look at all this percentage and look at the saving bank, the bank saving account interest, and look at the what we call the the fixed deposit interest. Okay. And some people they put a lot of money in their property. Okay. How much the property gain? How much the property gain? What if I tell you, right? By trading the stock, actually, the property you buy is free. It's free. Okay, if you can make money from S&P 500, okay, all you need to do, right, is to make your 1 year. Every year you just make like at least 1 year of your installment. The house is free. Okay, so if you happen to get the bull market, the S&P 500 up 28%, the S&P up 26%. Okay, and the power of compounding. Okay, and what if you have more portfolio, the bigger portfolio in the market, and the market go up 32%. For example, if you got a $1 million portfolio, the market go up 32%. That is what? 320,000 to 380,000. Okay. Is it enough for you? Not like for the year? Okay, to spend 1 year. Okay. Is enough, right? Okay. So the idea is here. Positive year is 80%. Average return is 11%. 80% of the time, the market go up. That means it's green year. Okay? And loss, probability 20% chance you will lose. 20% chance. 80% chance go up. 20% chance go down. But if this year go down, next year it go up. Most likely. Okay? 75% chance next year go up. Understand? So over here, like you can see that, how why we are so like kind of like confident, or why we are like so excited to talk about this US stock market. Okay, so the only people that really really lose out, right, are people who never ever started. So if you never ever start, right, that is a pity, because if you never start, nobody ever tried this thing, and you know other people are making money, then that is a pity. That is a pity, because you are struggling in a Malaysia stock, you are struggling with your job and struggling with a lot of things, and some people are just making money while they sleep. Okay, I say, what's so difficult making money while you sleep? Okay, just try. Okay, just try. Okay, understand? Okay, so no matter what, I want to push this idea to you, because that is like, that is like a no-brainer. This is like a no-brainer. It's probably one of the easiest thing, S&P 500. Okay, the stock code is called SPY. This is the easiest things I think young kid also can do. Young kid. So the earlier they do, the earlier they have a compounding effect. Okay. So what is S&P 500? Right? S&P 500 are all the biggest company. Okay. And this is Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett say you can't beat S&P 500. Okay. Most people, 80-90% cannot beat, okay, this S&P 500. Okay. So total return over the last 10 years. Okay. Dow Jones 11% per annum. Okay. S&P 500 12% per annum. And take note of this stock code. To learn about stock, this US market, right, you got to be very clear of DIA, SPY, QQQ, especially QQQ. Because if you look at the past 10 years, the return is 400 and 24%, 18% per annum. Okay. Okay. You understand? Or not? Like, what if, you know, you are thinking about upgrading your house to a bigger house? Okay. Can the QQQ help you or not? So when market drop, your brain must automatic think about QQQ. When the market drop, your brain think about QQQ. Okay? Whether you can buy at a lower price or not. This one, no need what technical chart. QQQ, SPY, DIA, this kind of ETF, you can hold forever. You can hold for because this is a not leverage ETF. So those that is not leverage, if you want to hold for your next generation, can or not? You hold for next generation, no problem. Okay, so how does it work? Dow Jones means 30 company. Okay, 30 company. Okay, it's a Dow ETF. It's an index. Okay, so usually got banks, got Apple, got tech stock also. S&P 500, 500 company. So a lot of company mix. Okay, so this is a more like a real performance. Okay, Nasdaq about 100 stocks and mostly tech stocks. So Apple, Nvidia, Meta, Tesla, all these are and this Nasdaq. So the market, right, is on going, okay, it's going on with this AI technology boom. We are in a technology era. So when you see Nasdaq, okay, like logically, that, oh, this technology boom, this Nvidia is going up. You don't dare to buy Nvidia because go up too high. But Nvidia is inside QQQ, is one of the component. Is one of them. So when you have QQQ, you have Apple, you have Meta, you have Google, you have uh, Nvidia, you have Tesla. Understand what I mean? So QQQ is the no-brainer. It's the easiest things ever. Okay, so just buy on dip, buy when breakout, both also okay. But the most important thing is you try to do it while you are working because you got money coming in, you can buy more if you are wrong. If you are wrong, you can buy more for ETF, okay? Non-leverage ETF, okay? So when you are wrong, or what if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong? Buy more, buy more, okay? Buy more because these are the best company out there, okay? Best company out there, okay? So when market crash, we look at SPY, okay? So if SPY can down by 10%, it's a good opportunity. If SPY down by 15%, is a great opportunity. If SPY down by more than 25%, is the best opportunity ever. Okay, SPY, the 500 stocks, okay, index. If down by more than 20%, okay, it's only a few times. 2008, COVID, okay, okay, understand what I mean? Okay, so if it down, okay, so just remember, okay, 10% is okay, but this is what we call 20% is even better. Okay, 10, 20% is even better. Okay, so should you buy ETF only or ETF Nasdaq, both ETF with limited funds? If you have limited funds, right, okay, you need volatility. You need volatility. So Nasdaq by right, okay, is the more exciting one. Okay, so you're gonna improve your knowledge because with limited knowledge, you will go with the safest things, and it doesn't give you great results. And it doesn't give you great results. So if you want to deal with more volatile things, you need more knowledge. You need more knowledge. Oh, you need to know what is happening in the market, what other choice, individual stocks. Okay. So with limited capital, everybody have limited capital. Even to me, right now, even if a few $1 million, I also think it's limited capital. Everybody is limited capital. Okay? If you have a few $1 million, also limited capital. Understand? So if you got more time, you can study more. Study what are some of the best stock out there. Okay. So yes, okay. So if you look at US market is 52 trillion, and this is Malaysia is only 0.4. So if you are not making money in Malaysian market, okay, I think you need to learn about this QQQ. And for US market, right, minimum share is just one share. So a lot of people they thought that, oh, Meta 700, 500, you need to buy 100 share. The answer is no, with one share minimum. So for people, right, limited capital, okay, I should have shown you one of the portfolio by my one of my student, right? Okay, he his share all is a one share, one share, one share, one share. But all the one share, like it's like about let's say $2,000 ringgit. Okay, so 500 is about $2,000 ringgit. It can go up 30, 40%. So 2,000 ringgit go up 30, 40%. Not bad, right? It's not bad. It's enough to cover commission and everything. And the best thing is he don't even manage it actively. It's just buy and hold. So if you have limited capital, just collect the stock like you collect, you know, gold bar like that. Like just like collect a gold bar and then just wait for it to go up. Right? Because if you have limited capital, you shouldn't be trading in and out every day. Shouldn't. You spend your time doing other things. Okay, I have a student, his name is Victor. So how he retired at 30 years old is he actually, drive Grab, and he save money. He drive Grab and save money and invest. So by 30 years old, right, he retired. He said he got enough money to trade. And with this trading, he's financially free for life. Okay. So yes, explosive stock. Okay, how small capital can make big, right? Okay. There's a few things. Okay. Let me just quickly share with you how small capital can become big. This is our US stock trading club. Okay. This dashboard, right, okay, on the left, this one, right, is the S&P, QQQ, Dow Jones. Every week we have the routine, right, is to go through this S&P, QQQ, Dow Jones, and IWM. Okay, we go through looking at the chart. Okay, and I will share with our member what's my view. Okay, I think it's opportunity, I think it's dangerous. Okay, and we will go through the top 10, this top 10, right? Long-term stocks portfolio. So green means it is uptrend. Yellow means it's in the in between. In between. Okay, so we have a strategy to tell whether it is a clear uptrend or like a in between, you're going to be careful. And red is downtrend. So if red, of course, we try not to hold this stock. We try not to hold this stock. But if you really, really in profit and you don't mind holding, just hold lesser. Just hold lesser shares. Green are the best one. So the job, right, your job, right, is to have more money on the long-term portfolio that is green. So the red one, try not to have, and then uh the green one you try to have more. Right? So every week, right, we will go through like what stock to watch next week. Okay, what are some of the stocks to watch next week? Okay. And when we look at the market sentiment, okay, we will see like, generally how the market is doing and the top 10 stocks, how are they doing as well? Okay, how are they doing it? So we track both like the normal stocks and also the leverage. Okay, normal stock and also leverage. Okay, so for people who are long-term investor, they can also sometimes buy into the leverage ETF for short-term gain or short-term hedging. Okay, short-term hedging. So I also mentioned, if you want to hedge your position, minimize the risk on a downturn, you can do this thing called hedging. Okay. So next is this watch list and action plan. So we will have low risk, medium risk, high risk, and very, very high risk. Okay. So for people, right, who are adventurous, people who are making good money, okay, they usually go for the very, very high risk. Right? Because Those are the kind of stocks that maybe in 1 month, the stock go up 100%. So we will have a stop loss. Usually our stop loss is about 5%. 5%. So 5% stop loss. Potential 30, 40, 50% upside. Okay, so we try to get this kind of opportunity, and then I will put it in this list. So every week we will go through the market and identify stock of the week to watch. Okay, what to watch during this next upcoming week. Okay, so every day, we call this thing a weekend study. Weekend study. So if you don't study anything during the weekend, how do you expect next week you'll be doing well? Right? You got to analyze during the market hours. That is a very confusing because a lot of news, a lot of things is happening, the price is moving. So weekend study, right, is like, okay, everything settled down. Right? Let's review what happened this week and what likely to happen next week. Okay, so this is a very good practice. If you don't know, you join us in our weekend study. I will share with you every week. So by the time after 1 year, you realize that, oh, I got it. That's my habit as well because I see Andy do it. My habit also to watch what is happening in the market. Okay, so long-term strategy. Okay, so long-term strategy, right? If you look at this, like example, this May. Okay, May. Some people will ask that, do I need to buy, sell, and trade every day and all that? Okay, my answer is no need. Okay, some of the trade like here, okay, in May, 20, uh, okay, some of the stocks, right, like QQQ, TQQQ, Tesla, okay, Meta, these are some of the stocks that could be a long-term portfolio. Okay, long-term portfolio. So when we have a long-term portfolio, we actually just hold on to the stocks. Okay, so mid-term usually are the mid-risk as well. Okay, usually medium risk to high risk, these are the mid-term. So mid-term, right, you can see that, wow, stock like this, Broadcom, okay, Broadcom, go up all the way. This is March, during March period. So go up 168%. Okay, CLS, when we mention CLS is February, okay, February, right? Okay, so CLS, the stock actually went up 400 over percent. Okay, and short-term strategy, if you notice this, some of these short-term stocks, right? Roblox, all these other short-term trade. Okay, so the next thing is this thing called obvious and quiet uptrend. Okay, so actually these are the best stocks that we want to see. Okay, so basically we have a short-term, mid-term, long-term trade, and then we have this thing called obvious and quiet uptrend, which is the best small cap stock, the best small cap stocks, and then small and mid cap. Okay, so we have the best mega cap, and then we have the best small mid cap. So this one, right, actually, okay, if you see some of these stocks, right, they have a really, really strong performance. Okay, so example like this BE, Bloom Energy. A lot of time, right, I realize the problem with most people is basically they do not know about this stock, LITE. They never see before. CLS, they never see this stock before. OK low, they never see this stock before. So I realized that if you never see before, the chances of you buying this stock is zero. No chance. You got no chance. Understand? So for you to be able to see this stock, right? Okay, see this stock, you got to go through this weekend study with me because I also want to see. I also want to do the homework and pass it to you. Understand? So that I won't miss this trend as well. Right? I won't miss this trend. I'll be able to catch this trend as well. So I will write down these are the trade, these are the stocks, these are the stocks. Okay. And these are the biggest trend of the year. So our goal is the same thing. We want to catch the biggest trend in the world, okay, of the year, okay, biggest trend of the year, and everybody can buy, no problem. Okay, the market is big enough for everyone. Okay, so best stock of the year, right? So if you notice, is it worth it or not? Okay, is it worth your time? Is it worth your effort? Is it worth your investment if you can catch this kind of stock? Just think that what if I just make half of the percentage or even 30%? Okay. If this 280%, you just make 30% out of this 200. If this 190%, you just make 200 out of this 90%. If this APP up, you just make 30%, 50% up. Is it worth it? Answer. What about if you can do it every year? You can continue to catch these stocks multiple times. You buy one time, two time, three time, four time, five time, six times along the way up. If you can buy this stock again and again, okay? HOOD. We mentioned this stock, right? How many times we mentioned? So the more we mention, the better chance that you will be able to get in this stock. Understand? Okay. So why I will do that? Okay, usually it's like this. My routine is like this. Okay. My routine is before market, I do the homework first. Okay. After market, I just look at my homework and see my homework, the stock in my homework, is it doing well or not? Okay, so the homework is to can buy or not? This stock can buy or not? Maybe can buy. Homework is maybe can buy. So after market open, the one that really go up are usually the one that I will buy. I don't buy those after I do the homework, then the price go down. No. Okay. Usually we buy something that is follow through. We call it follow through, go up. Okay. So the one that I make money on before, I will buy the stocks. So the stock that we make money before, okay, if mentioned again, there's a chance that we buy again. If mentioned again, the better chance we buy again. So always right, choose those stock that you make money before or mention many times. If I mention many times and then you don't buy, that means you are missing out all the time. You understand? So when we mention, right, it creates an impression. Impression. So if you have the impression, oh, this stock, wow, not bad. Wow, so long ago, in April already say it. Right? April, May, right? July, okay, August, September, okay, Robinhood go all the way up. Okay, all the way up. Understand? So last year, okay, a few years, this 2025, 2024, also we mentioned, right? All these stocks, Roblox, uh, Carvana, okay, Robinhood, okay. So, and the goal, okay, the goal, right, it's not about me, it's about you, okay, whether you can do this or not. We call it the all green portfolio. It really makes me very happy when somebody tell me, oh, this is the first time I make 1,000 USD a night. Okay, it is my 1 month pay. Okay, somebody tell me, oh, today I make 5,000 USD. 5,000 USD is my 1 month pay. You tell me, if you make 10,000 USD, how many month pay is that? Okay, there are students that tell me, wow, this is the first time ever I make 10,000 in one night and it's in USD. Okay, so let me know if you have a new high, you break through, you know, let me know. Okay, I really, really, what really inspire me is to see your result. Okay, so I got the energy to continue this thing. Okay, to have the energy to do this thing because my homework benefit, if it can benefit you, okay, that is the the feedback I want. I do feedback. Understand? Okay. So yes, okay. The goal is to do this thing called all green portfolio. All green portfolio. So we have all the best stocks and the profitable stocks out there. And yeah, right. And how to catch the best stock in the next 12 months, right? Okay, Warren Buffett said if you don't find a way while to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So long-term plan, right, is to get paid holding the best stocks. So get paid holding the best stock means what? Means, right, you have to have this idea or this subconscious, you have to always think that the portfolio should always have the best stock in the market. If you don't have the best stock in the market, you are wasting your resources. You're wasting your bullet. Okay, so if you want to catch the best stock in the market, you got to change out the lousy one to the good one. Okay, so this one of the stock, okay, that we recently, okay, make a lot of money. Okay, this recently made a lot of money. So this one, right? Okay, we in September 2025 September, okay, AMDL, okay, AMDL. Just this AMDL, right? Okay, actually we make like few hundred thousand USD. Okay, USD. Okay, so the thing is, like, how, right? How come we will talk about it here, right? So on the weekend study, on the what we analyze the market change, from downward movement to the upward. Okay, so we position ourselves into certain trade. Okay, and things just happen. Okay, AMD suddenly move up 30-40%, then continue to move up 150%. This is AMDL, 150% in 1 month. And these are the kind of, we call it a fortune, you wish for. You wish for. Understand? Okay? So while riding the AI trend, okay, while buying and make money while we sleep, we get this kind of outsized return, which is called a life-changing trend. It's all in one, life-changing trend, passive income, this you know, like a life-changing trend. Everything is here. Everything is here. Yeah. Okay. So the idea is, of course, we also want everybody to take profit when the market go up. And I think that this is the best thing ever to warn, everybody to be careful when market is up and high. Okay. And a lot of people, they thank me also. They say, wow, lucky I heard you saying during the weekend study, it's time to take profit. So I log in on my profit, and then I wait for opportunity. Okay. So that's the thing. I don't ask you to buy more and buy more and buy more. I don't ask you to like up 150% go and buy more. No. Okay, we wait for opportunity. After we make money, congratulations. Please print screen. Please let us know. Please also take profit. Please take profit. So that's the idea. All right. So yeah. Okay. So these are just part of the profit. Had 55%, 55,000 USD. Okay, from this AMDL. Okay, from AMDL, and okay. So again, yeah, it's about you how you can do it the next 12 months. Okay, the past 12 months is already over. Okay, you cannot change anything the past 12 months. But can you change and do better in the next 12 months? The answer is yes. Okay, so ready to make the next 12 months your best trading result ever. Okay, so first, the idea is stick to the best sector and best stocks. Our goal, right, is not to say everybody will make money, definitely 100% make money. No, nobody can guarantee you to make money. Nobody. But the idea is, as long as we stick to the best sector, best stocks, okay, eventually this habit is $1 million habit. This thing that go into your body, your routine, that every pre-market, there's some stocks to watch and study, buy the stock that is follow through, manage your risk, weekend study. These are the habit, we call it the $1 million habit, okay, to help you to catch the best sector, best stocks over and over again. So, okay, NDU, US Stock Trading Club. By the way, NDU is my name lah. Okay, so US Stock Trading Club, right? This is a 52 weeks plan to help you to trade in the US market, trade better. Our goal, right, is to help you to spot the big trend, catch the right stocks, and write the profit. So what does it include? Okay, a lot of people, they start to ask, what does it include, right? So can I share with you this, the 12-month plan, how this thing can help you to shape you into a good trader, okay, by at least, minimum, I think 3 months you will be a good trader. Yeah. 12 months is the additional, extra, okay? By 3 months, you kind of like get the hang of it. Some people, they even make money after 1 month. Okay, so let me share with you this. Okay, so weekly US stock training class, weekend study, market update. What are the best stocks? We update you every weekend. Okay, daily update, stock alert. Okay, stock alert, share with you what stocks to watch every pre-market, and share with you the like, we call it situation awareness. That means what's happening in the market right now, how most people feel. Okay, is it time to be careful? Okay, how do we feel about the market? Okay, so situation awareness, how's the recent data showing about the market? Okay, and earnings season economic data. Okay, in US market, right, earnings is very important. Right, if you never notice there is a earnings, you don't know there's earnings, stock can gap down or gap up 20-30%. So we will share with you when there's a earnings season. Okay, this week, next week, what are some of the stock that are having earnings. Okay, so this one, if you want to subscribe yourself outside, it will cost you like $100-$200. Understand? But over here, we share this thing with you. Okay? So over here, and the next thing is this example, huh? This example, like we share, like AMD earnings after market today. Do not hold too many shares if you cannot take risk, and do not have profit. But if you do not have profit buffer, or don't want to lose your profit. Okay, so I'm warning. We already trimmed some of our previous. We already trimmed some previously, but we do hold some position with profit buffer. So I share with you like how to think like a trader and all this, right? So yeah. So example, okay, AMD gap up, okay, and all this Meta also, gap down. So you got to learn about this the how these earnings actually can affect your portfolio or affect your performance. Okay, and one more thing, this is a very valuable stuff, is the Q&A, live Q&A session. So this live Q&A session, right, is to answer some of your questions. Like if you really, really have a lousy stock that is losing money, you can meet us live. Okay, this is the 1 hour session, 1 hour session. And this 1 hour session, right, we will solve your trading problem on the spot, give you instant feedback on your entry exits, and also share with you our opinion how you can be a better trader and all that. Okay, so that's 2 times a month. So 1 year will be a 24 session, right? 2 times a month, 1 year, 24 session. Okay, how can this help you? Okay, daily stock update, weekend study report, which is the summarized version, and then the situation awareness, live Q&A, okay, and team support. So if you do not know how to set stop loss, do not know how to sell into strength, do not know how to take profit, Q&A session you ask. You do not know how to cut loss, Q&A session you ask. Understand? So, okay, how much is this? Okay, this total package, okay, is just 697. It's very, very affordable, 697. And if you, okay, are confident that, this thing is definitely going to help you, you're going to make money, I suggest you take the 1 year plan at a special rate of 997. Okay, special 997. Okay. So over here, this US stock trading club is a limited offer. A limited offer. We have a limited amount of seats to offer. So usually we only offer about 20, 30 seats. Okay, for you to hop on this. Okay, so that we can still answer your questions with quality. Okay, during the Q&A session. Understand? Actually, 1 hour, if you imagine 1 hour with me or Angelina or Anchi, our team, right? Okay, our traders, right? 1 hour to answer your questions. How much will it worth it? Huh? Okay. Easily it will cost you a few $100s. Easily a few hundred. So over here, what about every day, I send you a message about the stocks, right? How much will it worth if you have my 5 minutes every day, okay, or even 10 minutes every day, right? How about every weekend? Every weekend, there's a weekend study. Let's say a 30 minutes weekend study to summarize the market. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Understand? Okay. So, yes. Okay. Which day is the live session conduct and what time? Usually is on Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. Okay. Evening. We have a calendar. Okay. This is a USD. Okay. USD. You can go to the website. Go to the website. Okay. So website is put in the chat. There's a website. Click the link in the website. You click the link in the website. Go to the page to sign up. Okay. Okay. Do you guide us on option trading? We will answer the question on option, but we don't suggest you to trade option. We'll explain that in the Q&A. And we explain that, okay, because like example, if you want to trade Meta and all that, option is like not not a very good tools for high price stocks. Right? So we have our way to make the money, but we don't really fancy on option trading. But we do have some knowledge on that. Can answer your questions. Okay. So any system strategy, okay, this program, right, is basically do with you. Do with you, like analyze the market together. It doesn't include the software. Okay, it's for people who like who want us to share just what stocks to watch and all that. It's like a information, okay, information sharing. Okay, it's not like to really, really like what we call to study the system and all that strategy. Okay, so that's a different thing. All right. Okay, so this course is for how long? Okay, there's a 6 month and 1 year plan you can choose. Okay, market is very high. If market is very high, then wait. Okay, what we call like take note of the down. And when we go down, there's an opportunity when the market correct. So we always share with you that, like whether we take profit or whether we have a sum of money that's coming in to buy, when if there's a crash. Okay, so the money management strategy. Okay, market is always there's high and low, and high can go higher, low can also go. Yes. Do we cover short selling? The answer is yes. Okay, the answer is yes. Okay, we do cover this what we call short selling. That means if like what we call the market needed to be shorted. Okay, so if there's an opportunity on short selling, we will cover. We will on the what we call on the Telegram. We will talk about the short selling. Okay, we talk about how to short also. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay, this question, somebody asked, is there a refund period? There's no, okay. Actually, this is the like a what we call quite a very cheap price, quite a very cheap price. Okay, if I want to give you a refund, probably I charge you 6,000. Okay, 6,000. Understand? Okay, so that is the thing. 6,000, 9,000. Okay, I could have give you like a, you know, yeah, but we just want to make it affordable for everybody, so that people who are really interested in learning, they come for this class because it's really affordable price. If you divide by number of class, it's only what $20 one class or $10 a class. $10. Okay, understand? Okay, so yes, okay, so it's not, of course, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. This class is not for everybody. Okay, so if like if you trust us, if you think that the thing we provide is of quality, yes, then you join. Then join. Okay, if you think you can find a better class out there at a better price, okay, then of course, yeah. Because for what I know, the class that you get out there, I think most of it is $2,000 or $3,000, and some of them is not. Yeah, it's not so what we call, like they don't go for the high risk trade. Okay, they just teach you, oh, you just buy blue chip. Yeah, we do that as well, but we give you an option to trade those stock that is not really high risk, but really big trend, really big trend. So you think about one big trend, okay, one big trend. Okay, so yes, any other questions? Please feel free to ask in the chat. Okay, please feel free to ask in the chat while I just share with you some things. Spot the big trend, catch the right stock, ride the trend. Okay, there's some student they say, thank you, Andy, Caleb, Angeline, all green, despite Malaysian market not good, still can make money. Lucky follow you guys. Okay. Okay. So yeah, this trade I make more than 10,000 USD. Okay. So these are the things that really give us the energy. Okay. Small fund, big result, 30% total gain. Okay. Look at the share he buy, 11 share, 72, 14 share. Usually it's just like, but the profit, like 2,000 over, market value 8,000, profit 2,000, which is a 25%, 30% gain, which is very good actually. Okay. So Angeline and Andy, thank you very much. Okay. Every month we saw profit up, up, up. Okay. So a lot of our students, they are really fascinated by the result they get. Okay, it's not that, the thing that I do is they do. They do it themselves. They do it themselves. Okay. So like this one, 100% VST. Finally achieve 100%. Okay. So 5,000 USD. Okay. Today it's not about how much you save, it's about how much you make. This is what one good trade can do in just a few days. So 5,000 is 20 over thousand ringgit. Right? Just a few days. Okay. Market good, right? One day, 1,005. So it's just a 1 day profit and loss, actually. Okay, out of your 365 days, just 1 day PNL. Okay, the class costs are just 1 day. Okay, just 1 day of your profit and loss in the market. Just 1 day, yeah. That's how interesting it is. Okay, there are a lot of this, I'm not only get back my loss, but also get back the NDU member fee within 1 week to 3 weeks. Just 1 week to 3 weeks, right? Improve win rate. Okay, the fees paid to NDU already got back. Okay, yeah. Okay, anyway, like even without this, okay, the time will still be going. And so if you never join us, you know, you are just delaying later than join. Okay, eventually, a lot of people, they will just join us on this class. Okay, so you do not need to be great, okay, to investor to start, but you need to start investing to be great. Okay, you don't need to be great to be great investor to start, right? Okay, so this one, okay, if you got any other questions, you can WhatsApp our team. Okay, my team will go through with you if you got any questions. But meanwhile, let me answer some questions that frequently asked. Will this be uploaded? Yes, the video, all this uploaded. There will be recording. Okay. Okay. Is there any example of somebody who failed, who unsuccessful attending this US class? Let me see. Okay. Let me see. Okay. What does fail means to you? What does fail, right? Okay. So it's just like today, right? You do exercise. Did anybody go to the yoga class and fail the yoga class? Today you go for a singing class. Is there anybody fail at the singing class? Okay. To me, right, there's nobody fail because our goal, right, is to improve. So if you cannot improve, right, I mean, it's very difficult for anybody to not improve after attending this 1 year program and all. It's impossible. It's impossible because improvement, okay, improvement, okay, making money is the result. Make or lose money is a like a result of the market. You cannot change the market, but you can change yourself. So if you can improve, you already successful. Maybe, not immediately, maybe not 1 month, not 2 months, not 3 months. But if you know that this thing can benefit you for the rest of your life and improve 1 year, improve 2 years, improve 3 years, can benefit for the rest of life. Even if it take 3 years, 3 years, even if it take 3 years, okay, it's much better than you complete a degree in school. Okay, if you go to a school and complete a degree, you are successful. You complete degree. Okay, complete a degree in bachelor, don't know what, economics, finance. You successful, seem successful. But in life, you got to work until 65 years old. So is it a success or a fail? Right? Okay. So traditional school, they teach you about fail and successful. But NDU school, right? My school, right? Okay, basically I teach you if you are improving, you are successful. You are not even though you don't make money, you are successful. Okay. As long as you keep on doing it, okay, that will give you better and better result. Okay, so yeah, so don't need to kind of like take too much, too hurry to complete it. One month you must make money, or 1 week you must make money. Don't do that. If you really like what we call, this is a big amount to you, you know, maybe next time when you are ready, okay, then you come, because this is just like a yoga class. It's just like a, like a coaching program, 1 year coaching program. 600 $900. If you divide 900 divided by 12, is about, okay, 900 divided by 12, how much? Okay, so 900 divided by 12, right? So let's say, okay, one month is about 75. Okay, $75. If you divide by 4, 1 week is about $18. Okay, if you divide by every trading day is about $3. Information lah, it's just information sharing. Okay, so yep. Okay, so do you share chart analysis as well? Yes, we do chart analysis all the time. Okay, weekend lah, during weekend. Okay, weekend we will study the charts. Okay, okay, yes. Okay, how do we know and able to check the authenticity of your site? This one, this one I really don't know how to answer. But if you are not, what we call, like there is another way to make payment. Okay, if let's say you are worried about the site, so far we have like thousands of payments going through the website lah. Okay, no, it's no problem. But if you want, we can send you a Stripe link. A Stripe link is another way lah. That means there's this link that we call is a Stripe. It's like the new PayPal lah. Stripe is the new PayPal. So we can send you a Stripe link, or yeah, a different way to make payment if you want. Okay. Okay. Any chance use NDU system? Any package cover with NDU system in special offer? So far we don't include the system, okay, so that it make it affordable. Okay, if your course can get income tax in rebate in Malaysia, I'm not sure about this. Okay, How you bring back the more than 1 million back into Malaysia bank account safely? Do you have any? Oh, this one I think need to check with this one. I think need to check with Caleb or Angeline. Okay. Okay, surely you can PM us on that questions. Okay. Do you have any way not getting trouble with LHDN? Okay, by the way, there's most of the we have clients that have like multi-million, like 10 million, this Malaysia is not capital gain, there's no capital gain tax. So the money that you make from capital gain, right, is not taxable. In fact, the more money you have, the more you should trade stocks because whatever more money you make in the business, local business, it will get taxed a lot. Okay, if you make more than 2 million, 3 million a year in Malaysia, you get high, very high tax. But if you make from stock market, it's zero. There's no capital gain tax. Even you buy the US stock, there's no capital gain tax. The money that you use, let's say you open a Malaysia trading account, is actually in Malaysia. So they actually know that you have this trading account, like in Malaysia. Okay, if you want to open Singapore trading account, you can open Singapore Bank. Okay, Singapore like CIMB or something like that, Singapore Bank, and then you can keep the money in trading account or this bank account. Okay, yeah. All right. So yes. Okay. By the way, this class already is special account, special discount. Okay, for people who have a small capital, no experience. Really, really, this is the like really, really special price and special discount. Okay. Okay, can you ask question anytime in this club? The answer is probably not. Okay, if you want, there is a way that you can ask in the Facebook group. There's a group you can ask, but usually nobody asks and they keep it until the Q&A session. So we'll answer it live in the Q&A session, which is I think very, very valuable things, the Q&A. Okay, and again, the Q&A session actually we share based on our passion. Okay, we don't like charge it like super expensive and all that because 1 hour of Q&A, right, it really improve you as a trader by a lot every month. Every month, if there's a 1 hour, 2 hours session Q&A, if you can answer all these questions, it's really beneficial for everybody. Okay, yeah, okay. I think wow, there's a lot of questions. Okay, I think mostly answered already. Okay, is there a similar NDUC for Hong Kong? There's no, not yet. We never think about that yet. Okay. Can you trade through your own broker? The answer is yes. You can trade through your own broker. All right. All right. Okay. So I believe a lot of times it could be a risk to sign up a class and all that. Just like when you place a trade, just like you place a trade. When you place a trade, right, it's a risk. It's a risk. It's either you make money or you lose money. When you attend the class, also same thing. It's a risk. Okay. So you got to trust your instinct. Sometimes you trust your instinct. If you think it's okay, you must press the button. Okay, you must press the button. If you think this is okay, you must press the button. Don't think too much. Sometimes a lot of times overthinking, okay, overthinking actually delay you from reaching your fullest potential. Okay, overthinking delay your fullest potential. Understand? So over here, uh,
My name is Fern.
okay, so I think I've answered most of the questions and yeah. Okay, can show the online learning portal. Um, okay, Anchi, can you drop the link to my Zoom drop the link to my Zoom. Can okay, so this is the portal, okay, the learning portal. Okay, so get started. Okay, how do you get started? So welcome and get started. Okay, so this is a briefing how this thing works. And onboarding, okay, welcome and all that, onboarding guide materials, okay, how do you manage your portfolio, turning losses to all green, okay, so the monthly 2024, okay, so yeah, that's the the learning portal, but the weekend study and all that, right, is actually on the other platform, okay. All right, so yes, okay, very good. I think we have answered most of your questions. Okay, most of your questions. And okay, like what I say, okay, don't sometimes it's just like what we call don't let your like don't delay your fullest potential. Okay, is if you think that it's okay, just go ahead and just try it. Never try, never know. Okay, so go to this website, ndusystem.com/nduc. Okay, and you need to select 1 year or 6 month or 3 month installment for the 1 year plan. So you can click to join now. Okay, put in your name, email, and then go for the payment. Okay, go for the payment. So yeah, most people they go for 1 year because it's really a really a good price. Okay, very good. Okay, so any questions, please feel free to ask my team. They will help to answer the questions. And lastly, I just share with you one of this last video.
Hi, my name is Fern. I am currently a restaurant. Hi, my name is Fern. I am currently a restaurant business owner. My restaurant is Juju Restaurant Lounge based in Penang. I was a flight attendant with Singapore Airlines when I know Andy. Being a flight attendant is great, but I do not get to spend a lot of time with my family because I'm always away. I started in January 2020, and I think that I'm so blessed that he is my first stock trading guru. Because if I were to learn from other people, I might have to learn really complicated things and I wouldn't have time to even master all the skills and I would even have given up by now. So I really think that Andy's system is really easy, simple, anybody is able to learn it. After learning about stocks trading, it really allows me more time with family and I have the flexibility to do it everywhere. I'm still traveling around for fun. But I get to trade as well. Like, trading doesn't stop, making money doesn't stop.
NDU's lessons and the training coaching for all of us really worthwhile for me. If I had come in here 20 years ago, I could have spent my time 10 years ago by retiring much earlier. And this teaching and risk-taking on management and the sizings of the investments and how to get into the fund and how to do cut loss are very essential for us for the long run of investment. And this has given us a lot of confidence. And NDO's credibility and the teaching is very clear, very concise, and easy to follow. I dare to say that I will encourage every one of us to come into this training or coaching by NDOs, and will save a lot of hassles and the hassles and anxieties of loss in the past. Thank you.
The workshop itself has provided me a lot of infos and how to look at the trend, how to look at the markets, what is going on, what is going down. Through the systems, I get to know which market to go to, and then I don't have to worry all by myself whether I'm in the right market or wrong market. So that one thing already helps me a lot. Andy taught us, if you don't know how to manage your risk, then you're not suitable to be in the market. So the workshop itself teach you more about how to find out more about yourself. You don't have to guess or which workshop to go to, because to put it very simple, Andy teacher had put it very simple for you. He has created a very simple system which basically covers all technical, covers all fundamental analysis, and you just have to buy the loop at the system. It helps you to make very fast decisions. What you need to do is just to learn about the system, then you are good to go for mid-term, for long-term, and making huge profits.
Hi everyone, my name is GK. I get to know Andy last year, 2017. I decided to join his class, so I pay around $3,000, and then I asked him to help me to install the software. However, I did not really attend his class during the first opportunity because I was busy with my work and I travel quite frequently. So I got a few friends, close friends, so we decided to pool a sum of money around, initially I started off 30k, and then for the first few months we were surprised that the return was quite good. So I decided to set a target. So I told them that I will set a target of $1,000 per month. Yeah, and so far, to our surprise, we managed to make that kind of money every month, and my last profit is around $1,800. Yeah, so for the past 6 months, it has been a very consistent win for us. So we were pleasantly surprised because I've been trading for more than 10 years, and unfortunately, I can't make that kind of consistent profit until I get to know Andy and this software.
I'm Mary Irene. I'm from Penang. Actually, I'm retired. I'm only trading. Before I know about Andy, I dare not even start trading because I knew that it's not easy, and if I don't have a coach, I might not dare even to start. In fact, I registered for my daughter first to attend the NDU system, and I see that he is learning a lot and profiting a lot, so I start to keep getting the learning from her, and now we have a common topic to discuss. Every time when we are discussing about stock, you know. So that's the most happiest thing I am experiencing now, because trading together and we have a same common topic, and we have got more to talk, more to share, and the most important thing is she is making a lot of money than me. So that's why we will keep coming back, is because by getting the latest update, we can continue to profit again, you know. So that's the most wonderful thing. If you want to trade, you better bring along your children to trade with you. After joining ND, I think the best part of it is the NDU system. So I keep on coming for the classes. Every year, if there's a class, I will be there. Because every year the trend is different and the stock will be different also. So the best is to always come for the class, which is very, very important. Even though you have the system, you still have to come to know what is the latest trend and what's the latest stock. If you have no experience in trading, or even though you have a lot of experience in trading, by engaging and joining NDU system is a must. Because you might have all the experience, but without the NDU system, you can also be wrong, you know. But with NDU system, you cannot be wrong, and you cannot be anxious or nervous about the market. And the important thing is, if you want to trade US, you must join NDU US. And I like to promote Mr. Gan also. I love all the session that Mr. Gan is sharing, because Mr. Gan's teaching is slow and easy to learn. You know, what I like most is he really make it so clear, simple to follow. Because by following Mr. Gan, I actually benefit more. So I highly recommend to join Mr. Gan if you want to trade US and also Hong Kong. That's the most interesting part I have benefited.
I'm Emily and I'm from Penang. I'm currently 17 years old. I'm still a student in high school. in school when I learn about economics, everything is theory-wise. So I feel like going to this course allows me to apply it practically. I think they need to find a good teacher, like I would say NDU, because he's able to teach us accurately and correctly on how to manage our risks. How he teaches is very clear and precise, and I'm able to fully comprehend what he's saying.
ผมชื่อกิมนะครับอายุ31ปีนะครับปัจจุบันเป็นฟรีแลนซ์แดนเซอร์ครับผมเข้าร่วมใช้โปรแกรมของคุณแอนดี้เนี่ยก็ตั้งแต่ช่วงโควิดที่ผ่านมาก่อนหน้านี้นะครับผมก็มีเล่นหุ้นมาบ้างแต่ก็ยังไม่สามารถทำกำไรได้แต่ตั้งแต่ที่ผมมาใช้โปรแกรมของคุณแอนดี้เนี่ยผมสามารถทำกำไรได้ถึง 30% ซึ่งมันดีมากเลยนะการใช้โปรแกรมของคุณแอนดี้เนี่ยเขาก็จะสกรีนหุ้นมาให้เราเลยเราไม่ต้องไปนั่งหาหุ้นแต่ก่อนผมเป็นเพราะจะซื้อหุ้นตัวไหนดีเข้าดีไหมออกดีไหมผมไม่กล้าตัดสินใจอะไรเลยแต่พอมันมีตัวเนี่ยก็คือมันบอกได้เลยว่าตอนไหนควรซื้อตอนไหนควรขายหุ้นตัวไหนดีหุ้นตัวไหนไม่ดีหุ้นตัวไหนคือแย่ไม่ต้องซื้อมันช่วยในการตัดสินใจของเราได้ง่ายมากผมเลยทำกำไรได้ถึง 30% เพราะว่าจากโปรแกรมตัวนี้ครับผมคิดว่ามันดีมากครับ
It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this event which has been organized by NDU and Caleb Gang. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please join me in giving a warm welcome to the event organizers NDU and Caleb Gang and the one and only Mr. Sedentary Tom Bass.
Well, I think the event was really fantastic. The way they organized it, the flow was pretty smooth. We came in, we went in, and then it was organized in a Q&A way, and Andy, Caleb, and Tom Basso was there. Everybody actually gets a chance to ask the question. If you ask me, would I attend it? Of course. I mean, if there are events and of course the speakers fit what I want to see, I think I would definitely attend again.
I have just attended the event organized by Caleb Gang and NDU, wherein they brought Tom Basso as a speaker. I think to me personally the event was amazing. They had organized it in a very professional manner. I would definitely be looking forward to Caleb Gang and NDU organizing such events and getting more speakers.
我们每个人想要在这个市场上赚钱，肯定是赚认知以内的钱。你的认知，你学习的东西决定了你的结果。如果你想早日实现财富自由的生活，那么就要尽早开始去学习，找到正确的平台，去升级自己的认知。在我看来，在我了解了很多不同的投资品种和学习平台之后，我觉得 NDU 和美股是你值得选择的。
Most traders seem to lack one of the following three things, and all of these three things are critical. You're missing any part of it, you're not making your life easy.
Managed to learn a lot from Mr. Tom Basso's sharing, especially the three main things that he mentioned. The first one being having a buy-sell engine to place your trades. The second being risk management, position sizing. And the third having the right mentality, which is having a neutral kind of emotions when trading the markets. Not too excited or not too depressed. So if there's any future events that Andy or Caleb would organize, definitely would be very interested to attend.
Well, I think my biggest takeaway, if you talk about Tom Basso, is that I think he's a very humble and chill person, despite being tall and handsome. But seriously, I think he's a very disciplined and consistent trader. He gets into trade every day with his plan. He gets into it, and then after he closes it, and he go and do his daily stuff, so he have a life. And then he's also very calm and not emotional, whether he has a winning or losing trade itself, because it's just another kind of work itself. And he has been doing this consistently for like donkey years, right? And he survived, he makes some money, and now he goes on cruise around the world. Maybe he's also more focused on educating and teaching people how to trade or do his method or etc. I think it's very good. I give a thumbs up for this, for Tom, for Andy, and for Caleb for organizing all this. Yeah.
Another thing which I like is the organizers who has organized this event. They should be organizing such more events so that our community which is doing the investment get benefited from that. Yeah.
其实我今天的收获很大，我觉得他不仅在这个专业上很专业，而且他对我们每个人都很 nice。
you need to have a system now. Well, I learned that you must have an engine. That means it's not your own engine. There must be a system in terms of trading, how you watch out for indicator, what time to go into the market to buy, what time is to sell. If you never take the real action, nothing is going to change your life.
我觉得我从他们身上学到的就是一种专业、执着和坚持，因为我看到他们在这个行业已经有10几年甚至20几年的经验吧，也是专业出身，所以在这个领域已经非常的专业，而且是已经拿到结果的。那么他们把自己成功的经验非常精心的总结出来，让我们来学习。我觉得这个一定是非常有初心和情怀的团队才会愿意做这个事情。我也相信未来我在这个平台肯定会拿到很好的结果，也非常愿意推荐给更多的人。
So I think both Andy and Caleb makes it easier for beginners as they don't put too much different indicators onto the trade, like complicating the charts. So actually it helps you to decide fast, which I think is a key into trading. And of course they focus mainly on the trend, the price, and then the sizing. Since it's shorter time frame, the fundamental may not be that crucial. So by following them, I mean you could decide faster, easier, and not make it so complex.
希望大家都能够早日实现自己的目标。
Definitely would like to join the Mr. Andy and Mr. Gans event in future as well.
I deem all of the traders here successful. I really enjoyed speaking at the SGX. Caleb and Andy put together a beautiful presentation, and we answered questions for about an hour and a half, and it was a blast. I would do it again in a second.
I'm Brenda Basso, and we were very fortunate tonight because my husband, Tom Basso, was asked to speak here at the Singapore Exchange. And the event was put on by Andy and Caleb, and they did a very nice job. We had a full house, probably 160 to 170 people, and we got to ask questions, and Tom answered these questions. There was a lot of attentiveness. People were interested. People asked great questions. And I know that if you're local, I am sure that Andy and Caleb could help you out and answer questions. So come to see them if you have questions about trading. And thanks for inviting us. We love Singapore.